trying to find your way through the snowstorm on a bike, running by crawling through the snow. No, I'm not describing January in Rochester, New York. I'm describing the Project Iceman, a documentary that stands to win an Oscar. What's so special about the movie? Well, it demonstrates to us that our limitations are simply our perception. And oh, by the way, it was created by YouTubers. Here is their story, and let me know if you agree with me on their chances to win an Oscar. Project Iceman took over 3 years to complete by this individual, Andres Hofman. The idea is very simple: an Ironman in Antarctica. The feat that no human being was able to complete before. What was even more impressive, that Andres is not a professional athlete, not even a fitness junkie. He's a suit who quit his job to complete this world record. In a world where everyone thought it was crazy, he sought out to achieve his goal. To start the journey, he created the YouTube channel to share the brain-freezing process of going through different kind of routines when it comes to swimming in the ice water, running through the snow, and biking through the snow. And that is when he popped on the radar of YesTheory.
It all started when I got a message on Instagram a few months ago from a friend in Copenhagen. After doing some research as to who this new Iceman is and what he's up to, we were blown away by what we found.
YesTheory guys were so impressed with what Andres was trying to achieve, with his dedication, with the fact that he took out a loan of $100,000 to show that he is serious about the investment into this effort. So the idea behind sponsoring him started with a little bit of clothing line, maybe with a little bit of funding, but eventually grew into the idea of actually following Andres on the journey with the cameras and drones to document the entire process, to document the world record that no one else will be able to repeat in the near future. Thus, the Project Iceman documentary was born. At first, YesTheory and Andres decided to work with one of the largest streaming services out there to hopefully fund the production as well as distribution. But early on in the collaboration with that streaming service, something felt off.
We ended up getting a deal for $1.25 million for the film to be made and to be distributed at the highest level. But, you know, very, very quickly, particularly after the first production meeting that I, sat in on, it was just very evident that that is not a process that will lend itself to actually making the film what it deserves to be.
The guys decided that they have to find other sorts of financing this project in order to complete their creative vision and still retain that essence that drove them to the Project Iceman. Of course, as a large YouTube channel, YesTheory had their amazing community to support their efforts. Nearly 5,000 people across 72 countries around the world invested in the NFT and the pre-sales of the tickets to Project Iceman. What started as a crazy idea in 2018 with a management consultant quitting his job, that then resulted in the trip to Antarctica in 2020 and eventually proceeded into the evolution into the actual documentary movie by 2022. And just a week or so ago, I actually had a pleasure of attending the premiere of this documentary here in New York. I got to meet Andres's brother Antoine, who was crucial on that trip. I got to meet Amar, Stefan, Eric, the rest of the YesTheory team. All of them were beaming with the excitement, and rightfully so, because this was finally the opportunity for them to engage with a larger audience, to show them the fruits of their labor. And although this was the 6th viewing of the documentary, this one was special because this was the last and the final version that went to the Motion Academy of Arts and Science. Essentially, the guys and the gals who run the Oscars, they received that version of the film that I got to experience together with a crowd of about another 1,000 people in New York. And I got myself thinking, yes, this would have been amazing to see Amar, Andres, the rest of the crew walking up those stairs at the Oscars, receiving the Oscar for the best documentary. I also realized it doesn't matter to me as much after watching the film as it was when I was just meeting Amar and Andres before the viewing, because they already created something that will hopefully inspire millions of people to push the limits of what is possible. If this guy was able to take it from the regular office job all the way to Antarctica to complete that Ironman, the Project Iceman, why wouldn't we be able to complete something that's been on our bucket list for a little while, no matter how small or even non-physical it might be? The impact from this documentary will hopefully be way bigger than just that golden statue, no matter how recognizable and important it would be for us as a community within the Sick Discomfort, within the YouTube broader community, and just in general, the creator economy overall. We still will have the Project Iceman to inspire hopefully generations of people to come. And it's also a point to recognize how amazing YouTube is as a platform. Because just think about the fact that that idea might have been way harder to achieve for Andres, if not for YouTube, where he was able to start his channel, to start Project Iceman, where then he subsequently attracted the attention of Yes Theory, another large YouTuber, who then went on to proceed and support him and promote the message that he's delivering, and then rally the community on YouTube that supported financially the release of this documentary that will hopefully be again released on YouTube sometime in the near future. And number 5, YouTube is the platform that will hopefully give birth to more of these kind of projects going forward that were inspired by Project Iceman from those viewings around the world and from all the countless individuals who will hopefully see this film in the future. This is why I'm excited about the creator economy. This is why I'm still, in my opinion, seeing only just the tip of the iceberg of what's possible. We all are still just scratching the surface, and there's so much more, incomprehensibly more, that can be accomplished that no way myself or 1,000 other creators like me would be able to comprehend, digest, and explain to you. So please go, enjoy, create, find other creators like this, find your own inspiration, watch the Project Iceman, get some inspiration from that movie as well. It should be in the Cinemark movies after December 4th and on the streaming service, which is in this case YouTube, near you. If you enjoyed this kind of content, check out this video that I made about Claire Abrams. She's starting a new era in journalism, thanks to the creator economy. And if you enjoy my content overall, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you next Saturday. Peace!